Okay, now, if you've ever found yourself in this position, doing this, you know, shaking your guitar, looking for your plectrum because you've just dropped it in, then this video is for you. Now, just so you know, right, this isn't a silly beginner guitarist problem, you know, dropping your plectrum in your sound hole. Every guitarist does it, and every guitarist has done it, you know, me included. And it's one of those little frustrations that nobody really talks about, because it doesn't seem as important as, hey, my chord transitions aren't so great. So today, I want to show you a simple way to take out your plectrum. And it doesn't require any of this, or, you know, any sort of centrifugal force or anything like that. And more importantly, I'm going to show you what I learned about why this kept happening. Okay, so here's the fix. Short and simple. So what you need is, obviously you need your plectrum to have gone into the guitar sound hole like this. Now the equipment that you're going to need, and this is really technical stuff, right, is you're going to need a plectrum. Okay, now you might have seen a pencil. Now you might have seen people use plectrums, but this is going to add a little twist of my own. The other thing you need is a little bit of, what's this? Blue tack. Okay, it's just sticky stuff that you can put posters on the wall and all of that. Right, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this bit of blue tack onto the end of the plectrum here like this. Now, the other thing is you need to get your plectrum into the right I've got to start that again, haven't I? No, I'm not going to bother. No, you need to make your plectrum visible, right? So this is interesting, and what you do is you just stick it in like that, press down on your plectrum, voila, you come out with a completely different plectrum, a purpley plectrum. And that's the way to do it. And in fact, where's my, oh, look at that, here we go. Look at this. Look at it, and here's another one. Just proves that, you know, I have lost plectrums down here, and finally, there we go, look at that. And the thing about this technique is that you don't, as I said, you don't need to do any of this, and you know, you're doing all of that, and turning the guitar, flipping the guitar around. There is this method with a pencil where, without the blue tack, you put the plectrum, you get the plectrum center, you have to get it center, and then you have to lift it over like that. But the problem for me is, and the reason why I much prefer using this, is because I find, three plectrums, I find flipping it over like this, for me, it's a bit awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it doesn't always work. And it hasn't always worked for me. Whereas when you've got this here, right, with the plectrum, now it can be anywhere, right? It can be anywhere around here. You know, all you need to do is just fish it out, like so. As long as you can see the plectrum, you can pick it out like that. And this is so much easier, definitely. So for me, the plectrum, pulling the plectrum out with a pencil and a bit of blue tack works all the time. Just shake the guitar a little bit to get the plectrum so that you can see it, and it's done. As I said, I've tried it the other ways, but it's too awkward for me. And sometimes, you know, as we get older, maybe lifting the guitar up, even though it's an acoustic guitar, lifting that can suddenly not be as easy as it used to be. Maybe you've got, you know, dodgy hands. Maybe you've got weak fingers. Maybe something doesn't make this easy for you. And so using your plectrum, I keep calling it a plectrum, using your pencil and the blue tack, boom, it just picks it up so easily. You know, you can just pick up plectrums anywhere. But, you know, let's be honest, you know, this shouldn't really happen so often, should it? Plectrum vanishing into the sound hole, the black hole more like. You know, it shouldn't happen. And there are a couple of reasons why this can happen. And it could be like, for example, maybe you're holding the plectrum too loosely. You know, if you have no grip it's no good. It will eventually just fall into your sound hole. Another thing is, you know, when you play, you should be holding it like this, okay? So kind of like the way you hold your car key, like that. And people still use car keys now, don't they? We haven't gone that technologically advanced. But the way you hold your car key is very much the way you hold this as you play. And so that the pick is angled this way, right? You're not holding it facing directly into the sound hole. So having the plectrum angled correctly can also avoid falling into the sound hole. Another thing is sometimes like these really thin plectrums, there's really thin, you know, like 50, 40 millimeter plectrums. This is actually a 50 one. This is quite a light one. Sometimes I've found that the lighter the pick, the more chance I have of losing it into the sound hole. And the type of pick, now I use these Jim Dunlop picks quite a lot. This is a Jim Dunlop one. And also the recent one, the one I just found, is another Jim Dunlop pick. This is a much harder pick. This is a 1 millimeter pick. And the thing about these Jim Dunlop picks is that they have the writing on the writing of it's got Jim Dunlop written on here. It's got USA nylon 1 millimeter here, and that writing, the way it's kind of raised, the lettering, the way it's raised. This is really great because you actually feel the writing, which gives you a little bit of texture, something to grip onto. And I think it's that small detail that can make a huge difference. It stops the pick twisting or sliding around and therefore not going into the sound hole. So be careful with how you hold this thing. Okay, remember holding it like it's a key, making sure that you're not playing directly in like that. So, you know, as you strum, you know, the way the pick is angled. So it's angled, it's kind of facing you as you strum. A heavier plectrum can be much better, and a plectrum with that kind of raised lettering with a bit of grip on there can help improve how you hold onto this thing. Now I think it's these little frustrations that are actually the best teachers. You know, every time you solve one small problem, you get a little more control and a little bit more confidence. And that's how you grow as a player. You know, one small step at a time. So has this ever happened to you? How many times have you lost your plectrum, your guitar pick inside your sound hole? I'd love to hear your stories, your funniest pick rescues, or if you have an aha moment, if this video helped you figure out what was really going on. For more helpful guitar tips like this, then click this link here. And if you want to go deeper into learning the guitar, then why not take one-to-one classes with me online? There's a link down below and we can learn together. Thanks so much for joining me today. Happy strumming.